All right, good morning, everyone. So we're gonna get started. So today we don't have any lecture. We're gonna just do the a sketchbook project um, related to the chapter we learned last week, the Renaissance. So the masters of the Renaissance discovered and used perspective drawing technique to create implied space, like a three-dimensional implied space on the two-dimensional surface. So we are going to do a perspective drawing to understand their technique through the sketchbook project. So the perspective linear or point projection perspective is one of the two types of graphical projection perspective in the graphic art. Linear perspective is an approximate representation, generally on a flat surface such as paper, of an image as it is seen by the eye. The most characteristic features of linear perspective are that objects appear smaller as their distance from the observer increases, and that they are subject to foreshortening, meaning that an object's dimensions along the line of sight appear shorter than its dimensions across the line of sight. Also, all objects will recede to points in the distance. So usually along the horizon line, but also above and below the horizon line, depending on view used. So this is the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. We saw it last week. So in this painting, he used one point linear perspective with the vanishing point, right? On the center of the implied space. So this is a good perspective technique for compacting many objects in a limited space. And this is another example of a one-point linear perspective drawing. And this is two-point linear perspective. So it is a good technique to show a dynamic view with foreshortening in drawing. And this is another example of two-point linear perspective drawing. So as you see, it's slightly harder than the one-point perspective because of the adding one more point. That makes it complicated, but with this perspective technique, you can create dynamic space on your work of art. So for this project, you will need sketchbook, ruler, pencil, eraser, and any color medium you have. Um, and I will give you 9 options for this project. So please choose one of the perspective options, and must draw one of the option based on the one point or 2 point linear perspective. And as usual, please write which option you choose among the options and post the work process image in the Moodle room. So now let me show you the options. The option files are posted in the week 11 on the Moodle room. So you can see it while you are drawing. So this is the first option, a 2 point linear perspective. So all the photos have this perspective guide. So you don't need to worry about to find how many points the picture is having. And this is the second option, 1-point linear perspective. See, all the lines go to the center. And this is the third option, 2-point linear perspective. This is fourth option, 2-point linear perspective. And fifth option with 2-point perspective. And the sixth option, 2-point linear perspective. And seventh option, this is the 1-point perspective. The vanishing point is behind of this wall, right here. So all the lines go to, the heading to this, the vanishing point. And this is another 1-point linear perspective photo, which is an option 8. And the last image, the last option is 2-point linear perspective. So that's all the options. So please select an image among the options I just showed you. And again, the option image file is in week 11 of the Moodle Room. And next, excuse me, check out your image and whether 1-point or 2-point linear perspective. And excuse me, sketch the image option on your sketchbook based on the perspective rule. So I sketched it on a color paper to look fancy. You don't need to, draw this perfect perspective drawing on the color paper. You can just, use your normal sketchbook. And lastly, just color it with your color medium. Any medium will be fine. Like, it can be crayon, colored pencil, marker, oil pastel, etc. For this drawing, I used pastel, the soft pastel. So now I will show you how to start 1-point and 2-point perspective drawing. So for the 1-point linear perspective drawing, I picked this option 2 as an example. Everyone, will you excuse me, give me 1 second. I'll be right back soon. I'm sorry.
We have to do all of this today.
No, I don't think so. It's just like what you already done so far.
Oh, just the process.
the
Okay.
process.
Yes, as usual, just to post the process. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Yeah, you're gonna finish this by end of the course.
Okay.
So
This is due, and the other one is also due. The museum, going to the museum one is also due this week.
oh, the museum's due is next Monday. The assignments due date is next Monday, and all the artworks due dates, all the artworks, finished artworks due date is going to be by end of the course. And today you're gonna just post this drawing process.
Okay.
Okay. So again, I picked this option 2 as an example. So let me share my table to show how to draw it. All right. So this is the option 2, we just saw. You don't need to print it out, no, because I've already gave you the perspective guidelines. So you don't need to print it out. I'm just, printed this to explain how to find the perspective point. So I'm going to follow to draw all the walls and the ceiling lines. And that's the key to find the vanishing point in 1 point or 2 point perspective. So I'm gonna start from the left side wall. So here is the pipe, the ceiling line, and the floor line. See, the lines, the lines are meeting on a certain spot. So this is the the vanishing point, the 1 point vanishing point. And let me check from the right side wall. So I'm gonna draw a line from the right side floor. Oh, it missed on the vanishing point. Also from the ceiling. Yes, there we go. Definitely this is the vanishing point. And then I'm gonna check the angles from the left wall to make a perfect perspective drawing angles. This. See, all these small details are following this perspective rule like this. So all the lines heading to the vanishing point. There's no exception like this. And all you have to do just to draw the things on the lines. And let me check the right wall. So there's only one thing, the window on the perspective lines like this. So now I'm gonna draw this room, this hallway based on this perspective rule. This is the guide I just found. So when you start the perspective drawing, once you find the angle based on the point, then the next step is you have to draw the vertical line first. Okay, so I guess the vanishing point is about here, right? And the angles go like this. So you can just make the guideline with the pencil, and then you can erase it later if you don't need them for the final drawing like this, right? So here is the vanishing point, and then I'm gonna find the vertical lines. So this is going to be about here. And this is the right side wall. Let me finish the left side first. See? I just created a space here. And then let me add some details here. And I can see there are paint bottles on the floor, and I just checked the angle of the paint bottles. And then there is something artworks displaying on the left wall, and I'm checking the angle like this. This section is for the artwork displaying the large artworks. And then I just draw the paint in a simple drawing lines. It's getting smaller. And I'm just added the light shading to show the lightness and the darkness in the drawing. And this is the wall column. And here is the tricky part, the single piece of artworks here. So before I draw all the single artworks on the wall, I'm just, checking the perspective lines like this. And so see all the lines heading to the vanishing point. And now I'm going to just draw vertical lines here to make an artwork. See? It's pretty much simple based on the perspective guided lines like this. Here is the power outlet. And let me finish the right side of the wall. So I can see a window, and I'm going to draw the guideline. All lines are heading to the vanishing point like this. And then I can see an entrance here. Yep, almost done. And also the ceiling. So I told you all the lines go to the vanishing point. So I'm gonna put this the light on the ceiling. From here, this line like this, and the carpet on the hallway. Also on the perspective line like this. And there is a window back there. And when you're done with the sketch, you can erase all the guidelines. Okay, see? With the perspective guideline, the room drawing is pretty much simple. It's very easy. And I will show you the next one. So this is the 1-point linear perspective drawing. I will show you the 2-point linear perspective. So this one is the option 6. So it looks like, the angles are going to the wider, right? That makes the 2-point linear perspective. So like the first one, the 1-point linear perspective, I'm gonna find the perspective point following all the lines from the ceiling and the floor. Okay, I will start from here, the left wall. So see, here is the ceiling angle right here, and the floor angle. Oops, the lines, meet somewhere. This is the first point. And then let me find the other point. So I'm gonna draw a line from the right side of the ceiling here and from the floor. So, we can assume the lines go to, the left side and it's going to be meet somewhere, right? So there is another point on the left side. So based on this, let me find all the perspective lines from the walls. So I will check the left side wall first. So see, the window line heading to the right side point here. This and the doors pattern also heading to the right side point. So again, all you have to do is find the angle and draw the things on these angles. And the right side is pretty much simple. So here is a pipe. Oops, the angle was wrong. Oops, sorry about that. So it's gonna be like this. And here and the box. So that's it. So again, I'm gonna draw this room based on the perspective guide. So again, the right side point is here and the left side point is going to be somewhere on the left side, okay? So there is the right side point is going to be about here. So the left side wall's angle is going to be like this, right? Make a guideline, and from the floor, it's gonna be like this. And let me find the right side wall's angle. It's gonna be like this. And it's gonna be like this. And see, you will see the right side line, the right side angle and the left side angles meet somewhere, right? Here. This is going to be corner of the room, like this. I've already created a room here. Then I'm going to just add some decoration. So this is going to be door. And let me find the angle of the window. So it's going to be like this. Yep, I just found it. And I'm going to add just a vertical lines to make a window. Let me add some thickness of the window. And I'm adding light shading on it to see the lightness and the darkness. And there are clothing hanging on the wall. I'm going to just draw it with the organic shape. It feels like something is on the wall. And we finished the right side wall. And here is a pipe. So I'm gonna draw the guideline now, heading to the left side point. Like this. And there's something, I don't know what it is. There's something on the right side. With the box. And the floor. And when you're done with the drawing, you can erase all the perspective guideline now. So like this, that's it. So you can just draw this and then color it. So that is the today's project. And when you are ready to post to your work process, please go to week 11 and find the sketch 11.2 and post it here. Any question about this project?